Hey guys, welcome to the Old Wiseman. Today we're going to talk about my father, Keith Lejeune, and World War II, and about never giving up. This is a picture of my mom and dad getting married. My dad was a lieutenant in the Navy, and he was stationed on the USS California, and we're going to talk a little bit about his story, about never giving up. You know, Dad went to war. I'll never forget the story my mom told me. So the USS California was taking off, going to battle in the Pacific, and he lived in San Francisco, and they were going under the Golden Gate Bridge, and my mom dressed in a red coat, and she wanted to say goodbye to my dad, and so she was on the Golden Gate Bridge as the USS, just picture that, USS California battleship was going to war, and she was on the bridge, and she was waving to my dad, and she said as the ship went under the bridge that she ran to the other side of the bridge, and she would wave and waved goodbye to my dad as he went off to war, and he fought in the Pacific, and he fought the Japanese, and you know, he was very quiet about his stories in the war, and anyway, so proud of him. And he came back and he started working for a company called Trailmobile. They were out of San Francisco, and they made trailers. And he became really the fair-haired boy of Trailmobile right after the war. And it was a privately held company, a father and their sons. And being the fair-haired boy, you know, he had the world by the tail. And then my grandfather was going to start a Chevy dealership in Globe, Arizona, and he had a friend, and they were going to get this Chevy dealership going, and they approached my dad and say, hey, would you come and run this dealership in Globe, Arizona for us, the Chevy dealership? And so, you know, my dad was really excited, and he said yes. He said, I'd be happy to. So he leaves Trailmobile and goes to put this deal together, and it falls through. No dealership. Goes back to Trailmobile. Their policy is once you leave, you don't come back. And so he was devastated. And I remember him telling me that he went to the Golden Gate Bridge and he was going to jump. He was going to commit suicide and jump off the bridge. He couldn't take it. But he decided not to. And he went back to Trailmobile and begged for his job. They did give him back a job. They gave him like the armpit of California to sell, and he took that job, and it didn't work out, and then that's why we moved to Arizona. He came to Arizona and he started his own dealership making trailers. And so anyway, that's how we moved to Arizona, is that situation that he had with Trailmobile. Dad worked really hard building the trailers in the 50s. And he never gave up. It was his company was Utility Trailer. I'll never forget it, on 27th Avenue, and that's where he worked to provide for us kids. And it was a great story on how he never gave up. He always pushed through. Let's see what God's Word has to say about this. Lamentations 3:22 through 23. The faithful love of the Lord never ends. His mercies never cease. 23. Great is his faithfulness. His mercies begin afresh each morning. Isn't that the truth? Each morning. If we seek his face each morning, it's fresh every day. Psalm 36 through 7. How precious is your loving kindness, O God. Therefore the children of men put their trust under the shadow of your wings. Never give up. Always pursue God and his word. And you know what? He'll see you through that day, even though it may be a good day and it may not be a good day. But don't ever give up. I'm so proud of my father and what he accomplished during the war, fighting for our country and coming back, and just the stories that he told and the lessons that he taught me as a young man, the work ethic that he gave me. I'm just so grateful, and just wanted to share that story about my dad in World War II and how he just never gave up and he always pushed through. See you next time for the rest of the story.